Well, good day and welcome to the vlog. Today we are drinking mimosas. I forgot what they were called for a moment. By the way, I don't know how I'll grade this footage, but right now looking through my monitor, it looks a little bluish. It looks a little nasty, and that's just because I have a blue gel partially covering this light over here, in case you were wondering. It's not actually blue. It's only delicious. And now I can see you. Whew. Today we're talking about 5 ways to rid stress in 90 seconds. Let me say that again because I said it wrong the first time. 5 ways to get rid of stress in 90 seconds. But now I emphasized get too much and I didn't mean to. So the way it's supposed to be read is 5 ways to get rid of... What? 5 ways to get rid of stress in 90 seconds. So... buckle up. Quick backstory. Last year was my most stressful year by far, ever. I'm not a stressful person in general, but I had a couple of clients last year that made it a horrendously stressful year. So this is just some things that I learned personally from last year. Okay, let's go. All right, I'm gonna set a timer. Ready, go. Number 1. I don't even know what number 1 is. Number 1 is what I'm doing this morning. And that is drink. I drank a fair amount last year. Not like a lot, bottoms up. Number 2, really, like these are just things that I wrote down that help for me. Hopefully they'll be helpful for you. And none of them are like, oh my gosh, groundbreaking. Nothing like that. These are just like, yeah, of course that would help. Number 2 is to understand and think through the worst case scenario. I understand that some people have some legitimate life-altering issues that they're stressing about. But the majority of us, we're allowing way too much stress to infiltrate our life for what the worst case scenario actually is. It's not that bad. So just chill out. Easier said than done. Number 3 is to actually find the cause of the stress, because I have found that oftentimes when you're in a stressful situation like I was last year, it was helpful to find the underlying issue of where all this stress was coming from. Number 4, very helpful for me, is to get your brain out of the loop, like go to a happy place. So what tended to happen, the stress would just continue to cycle around my brain over and over, the same thoughts, but I wasn't actually helping the situation by stressing about it. It just caused me to kind of freeze up where I felt like I couldn't even function anymore. There's places we can take our brain to that make us feel happy. For me, those things are Disneyland and trips and going to places with my family. Certain music would do that, certain movies would just get my brain out of that loop and it felt so much better. The last thing, subtle and simple. Hello. Okay, why don't you stay focused on me? This is all about me. Last thing, very simple, but it was helpful. And that was just getting outside, or at least changing your environment. If you're in the same place every day, working behind the same desk or the same office or the same bed, wherever it is you do your stressing, it can help a lot to get outside of that environment and go do something else. And often doing something that takes your brain off of that loop again can be helpful, which for me, at some times, were pipes and cigars. Let's see how we did on our time. 90 seconds. 6 minutes and 58 seconds. Pretty dang close. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful to you. It was helpful for me. Those were not, again, those weren't things that I learned because I read a book or anything, so they're probably not actually that helpful. But they were for me during that extremely stressful time that I had last year. So hopefully it'll help you today. And if not, just be goofy. I mean, that's the other thing. Realistically, life, it doesn't have to be that complicated. It is. Life wants to kill you, but you don't have to take it so seriously. Life can be silly. It can be fun. Take a break. It's not that big of a deal. Most likely, there are some major stresses that warrant all of our mental anguish that we're going through. But for a lot of us, the thing that we're stressing about right now, or the thing that you're stressing about right now, is probably not that big of a deal. And worst case scenario, just drink a little more. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I want your subscription. I need it. I want YouTube to be proud of me and the work that I've put into the channel. Until next time.